Welcome to workout of the week number 47, where we want to work on our big lifts. So what's the training goal? As the title suggests, we want to improve our big lifts, meaning getting stronger at the big lifts. But wait a minute, I have seen something like this before. Yes, workout of the week number 23 was also a 5-day-a-week bigger lifts workout. But there are a few subtle variations in this program. You will see that in a minute. So training variables, we use 85 to 97.5% of the 1RM for the big lifts and 85 to 90% of the 1RM for the assistant lifts. The rep ranges, we do 5 to 1, 1 to 5 for the big lifts, and we use a step loading approach. You'll see in a minute what that means. And 3 to 10 for the assistant lifts. The training exertion is hard to near maximum, and the training effort is a maximum effort for the big lifts and a maximum and repeated effort for the assistant lifts, depending on the intensity and repetitions we are doing. Let's have a look at the exercises. So big lifts are big lifts for a reason. So we use squat, bench, deadlift, row and single leg squatting, also known as a lower body push, an upper body push, a lower body pull variation, an upper body pull variation, and a unilateral push variation. UB is wrong, it should be an LB, unilateral push. Anyway, we'll figure that out. So, and our assistant lifts are from the same movement category as the big lifts. The exercise order, we work from the bigger lifts to the smaller lifts. Let's have a look at more training variables. We train 5 days a week. It's a station training and a movement focus. So, meaning squat, hinge, push, pull, and so on. So, how does it look? Let's look at this program and jump inside. So, here we are inside of our program. You see an overview of the program, a table of content, and you see the organization throughout the week. So we do 3 consecutive workouts, 1 day rest, and then 2 more workouts, and then 1 day rest, and then we rinse and repeat. So workout number 1, lower body push or the squatting variation. Here we'll have it. We see the squat as the main exercise, then the assistant exercise, we do a box squat and a single-legged back extension. So let's have a look. Here, this is our back squat. And then we see the step loading approach, meaning first set 85%, 5 repetition, second set 87.5%, 4 repetition, third set 90%, 3 repetition. And for the assistant lifts, we just use the regular setup. So 3 sets of 4 at 85%. And then for the single-legged back extension, which works hamstring as well as the posterior chain, lower back, glutes and hamstring, we just do 2 sets of 8 repetitions. And then if we go to workout number 2, where we have the upper body push or the bench pressing, we'll see a similar setup. Bench press is the big lift. We use our step loading approach, 85 for 5, 87.5 for 4, 90 for 3. In this case, we use the assistant lifts. We use the shoulder press and the dips. So following a little bit the Bill Starr approach, if you want to work the shoulder girdle, you want to make sure you push in all 3 directions. One is horizontal, one is vertical overhead, and one is vertical down. So vertical overhead would be the shoulder press, vertical down would be the dips. If we go to workout number 3, the deadlift, we see we have the deadlift as the big lift, we have the trap bar deadlift as an assistant lift, and then we do an RDL. So why do we do 3 different types of deadlift? Well, number 1, the regular deadlift, this is our big lift. Number 2, the trap bar deadlift, depending on the setup, is probably a bit more quad dominant. You tend to sit a little bit deeper, use your quads a bit more. And the RDL is a little bit more posterior chain hamstring dominant. Also here, Yeah, our set rep structure: 5 at 85, 4 at 87.5, 3 at 90 for the big lifts, 3 times 4 at 85. And we go to workout number 4, the pulling or rowing, upper body pulling or rowing. Our main exercise is the bench row. Yeah, also here we have our step loading approach that we've seen in the previous workouts, and assistant lifts, pull-ups, and dumbbell single arm bent over row. Workout number 5, the lower body. So here it's correct, lower body unilateral push, or we use the Bulgarian split squat. Yeah, so main exercise, the rear foot elevated split squat, also known as Bulgarian split squat. Here we use our step loading approach, and for our assistant exercises, walking lunges and the single leg press, we use the 3 times 4 at 85 for the walking lunges and 2 times 5 at 80% for the single-legged leg press. You can download this, you get the glossary explaining the terms, you can read a bit about myself, you can read what other people like my former athletes have to say about me, my colleagues and mentees. And last but certainly not least, you get a chance to join the membership. We'll go back and finish this presentation right now. So what are the next steps? Number 1, you download the PDF. Number 2, you join the membership. Considering we are in week 47, you get another 46 4-week programs. Yeah, so this was just the first week. In the membership, you get the 4-week program, which is customizable, and then it is periodized. And then you like and subscribe. You can grab all previous workouts here. You can watch the previous workout, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe.